Is that new music?
What's up? That was the same music as the last countdown.
Oh, Countdown's new.
Countdown's new. This is only the second time we've seen a countdown. Speaking of, what's up? How's it going?
Good.
The Gibbs?
Yeah, I brought the wife today. It was date night. Where's your wife?
Oh, it's solo date night over here at the Reeds.
It's one parent has to watch the kids at the Reeds.
Yeah, it's one of them's not doing nothing.
We have the mother-in-law. We have the wife for the hour.
Yeah.
Sweet. How's it going, Gibbs?
Doing well. Doing really well.
So, babe, I know you've never been on this show, but would you like to level up with us?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's level up.
Awesome. Let's do it.
Ooh. I thought you had an intro that had the hype. What happened?
No, because that takes for fuck. That just it's too. Oh, I'll maybe do it at some point, but I got to be super motivated to disassemble that and make that happen. We need to do a couple more of these for me to commit to the hyping up intro.
Right. Because, our firm rule was we never promote Kickstarters. And then...
Correct.
Kickstarters.
Yep. And then you caved.
And then I caved. But this is not just about Kickstarters. Oh, we got Danny on the house. Oh, I'll let you do this. I'm sorry.
You're good. That's fine.
The Gibbs.
Hey, Danny.
Hey, Danny.
Tonight we brought all of our friends from this cool book.
Not all.
Oh, some. Sure. We brought
some from that cool book? Sweet.
You have that cool book?
I do have that cool book. Not that cool book that you're holding, technically, because you own that one. But I got this cool book.
Oh, nice. I don't even have that one.
Well, it's kind of weird you don't.
Right, it's weird. It is a little weird. I'll be honest.
That's strange. But yeah, I got that.
But I see a lot of people watching. So if you're watching, please leave us comments so we know you're here. Ooh, and a glow in the dark Oz.
Yeah. With the second most prestigious award attached to this franchise.
Yeah, we need a golden burrito just to add it to here. If you could just send us.
I'll just send out a bunch.
But who do we have here? I know there's some people waiting to.
I think we have the Cthulhu crew. Okay. So let's. I'm just gonna hit. I made an intro. So.
Okay. What do you got?
All right. Let's see the Cthulhu crew.
Cthulhu.
That looks good. I'm hyped now.
Yeah, it's hyping up. It's Daniel. Are we do one at a time to do introductions, and then, or do you want to just release the gates, the floodgates?
Let's get them all on here, and then we'll let them introduce yourself.
Hi, everybody.
Peter, are you actually there? We still don't know if Peter's actually there.
He's here in spirit. He's in black rectangle spirit. In private chat, he asked, "Can y'all not see me? We cannot see you or hear you.
We cannot or hear you. If those are things that you want to do, Peter, those are things that you should do. But yes, we are the crew who made Cthulhu Invades, which is really cool. We'll have everybody kind of go over their role and what they did. Why don't we start with you, Todd? Because you did something else.
I did. On the last, I am a credit in Wonderland as a proofer. I look at the people's books and then be like, that comma doesn't make sense, or there should be 4 commas in this sentence. The usual things.
But you're not just a normal proofer. You are Ringo nominated.
It is true. Ringo nominated roofer Todd Reed. That is me.
And let's be honest, if you're proofing Travis's story, there's a lot more than just 4 commas needed. So
You normally got to take out a lot
slack.
of, take out some F words. Too.
So yeah, that's me.
That's Peter though. Can Peter talk?
Peter can talk. Can
Oh.
Peter be heard?
Peter can be heard.
Excellent.
Peter can be seen.
Apparently, all it took was a change of web browser for some reason.
Perfect.
Can we show Danny's comment because it's for Jerome?
I thought you were handling that.
I said you can handle it.
Oh, hey.
Duh.
He's coming to America literally this week.
Hey.
Yep.
Nice.
And next month.
It's is it the Canadian version of Coming to America?
No,
and
I'll
then
be in
I'm
Boston
next.
this week.
Nice.
He's in Boston this week. Are you gonna go to Salem? What are you gonna see in Boston? You gonna see a baseball game?
That was the initial plan, but I might go to Fan Expo on Saturday. Saturday morning. We're coming back Saturday, but since there's Fan Expo, I'm maybe going in the morning and head back to Montreal after.
You got to have some Dunkin' though. Don't forget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Travis,
because
you gotta have-
we don't have Dunkins
Face
anymore
mask.
over here, so.
Well, thanks,
That's
Spicer.
what I hear. Thank you, Spicer.
Yeah.
So I'm Travis. I'm the creator of Cthulhu Invades Wonderland. Inspired by Heather, going, "Hey, what should we create?" And I said, "Cthulhu Invades Oz," and then we made a sequel.
Okay.
And then I also did the Yellow King, and we do the through stories. Heather and I co-write all the little dialogue. We never give ourselves credit actively,
We don't. No, but it's in.
like any of the chapters, the acts, and all that.
So like the acts, we write those together. It's actually one of my favorite parts of doing the book. We write those together. Yeah.
And then, what did you do in this book?
So I'm Heather Gibb, and I'm the editor of the book. And so, I also wrote a story in the book, Spill the Tea. And yeah, so lots and lots of work went into this one in particular.
And it was your first writing credit, right? Your first comic credit was this, right? That's why we CGC.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. As a writer.
You were
Yeah.
working on a whole
Because-
bunch of things at the same
Uh-huh.
time, but
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Because Holiday Spirits was right after this, right? They were. It was pretty close.
Holiday Spirits, and then I did my book Pup Van Winkle. The first issue of that came out last year. I did a lot of stuff last year in terms of writing and actually getting it out because I did a story in Cthulhu is Hard to Spell as well. So, yeah, last year was very busy.
and we beat coming out hard to spell, right? We beat it first. We had the preview either way.
The preview, yeah. So
Good.
That was funny to you,
It
Todd.
was. Good job, Travis.
And Daniel, what did you do? Daniel,
I'm Daniel, and I wrote the Dodo story in Cthulhu Invades Wonderland.
and it's a good story. That art, I'll be honest, like I was looking at it on the computer does not do it justice. When you get it in hand is when you can really see his art.
Damon did an amazing job on the art on the Dodo story. And I love how his hand coloring.
mhm.
It kind of goes back to the old original drawings from Alice in Wonderland by was it Tyndall, I believe, in the original Lewis Carroll stories.
Yeah. And Philip, how are you?
Hey, thanks for having me on. I am Phil Biederhorn. I wrote The Curse of the Egg Yolk. It's a Humpty Dumpty story and art by Don Cardenas.
Nice. Did you letter that one? Or did you only letter the one in Neverland?
Just, I know my artist for Neverland. Sorry, Jerome. I apologize. I love your lettering. But
No, it's okay.
he had me at my throat, and I was like, listen.
I was only asking because Todd put letterers instead of just letterer. So I wanted to see if there was another letterer to help Jerome out, to make Todd
But
right.
he is a
I'm just trying to
letterer.
back-
He does lettering. So he technically is a letterer, just maybe not for this project.
Well, do you letter at all, Phil? No.
No.
Oh.
I'm just a writer 24/7.
Well, aren't writers just letterers that haven't put it on
That's it.
paper.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I won't spoil what Jerome said to me, but Jerome basically said he quit today when he sent me a private message of what he may be doing.
That's completely untrue. No, I'm not quitting.
This isn't the retirement video.
That's just how Travis's mind works. When I told him, "Hey, I might get, I just got a new gig for a new lettering gig," and he said, "Okay, so now you're leaving." Okay.
To be fair, every lettering gig he's ever got, even ones that I signed him up for, like got him the gig, I'm just like, "You're quitting, right? You're done."
He got his.
I have abandonment issues. So, Jerome, what did you do in this book? Anything?
I lettered a couple of pages.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
He has to deal with me at all hours of the day and night.
yeah, mostly night.
Yeah. Yes,
Mostly at night.
mostly night.
We're pretty convinced, Heather and I have had conversations, whether or not Jerome sleeps, because you can message him at 2 and he'll be up.
Yeah.
It's wild when he goes to sleep and what he's working on. Like,
Actually,
sometimes you'll wake up to a full book and like, "Hey, I finished it last night," when you talk about it, and then it's just wild.
and no, that's my time limit. Like 2 in the morning, you can no, that's it. Over or not. Yeah, I just go to sleep.
You see Heather's call and you just delete everything that you were just working on and just you get prepped.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
No, but it's easier for me to work at night when the kids are asleep and the
Yep.
wife is asleep as well. So that's the way it works.
So I got a random question.
Oh,
Okay.
Well, Phil.
I'm only laughing because the last time we did a live on Kevin Joseph's show, he had a wife bug issue. Like, is that his code? Is there a code?
She's got a bug issue, so I'm going to be gone for 10 to 15 minutes, y'all.
Turns out he's the bug.
So he has to leave. He's actually out of the room.
Am I right, Peter?
Yeah,
It
it's
was
like the last time we all got together.
explain yourself. He had the same thing.
yeah.
Okay, but you don't know what you're talking about, right? Because that.
So
No,
in private
well, I
chat,
said bug.
Phil's got a wife
Yeah.
bug issue.
Yeah,
that he's
he has a wife
attending
bug issue.
to.
Right. But this is the second time he's had a wife bug issue, quote unquote. So I have a question for the panel, everyone but Jerome. So since Jerome is Ringo nominated letterer by himself with
Two-time.
granted
Two-time
and,
nominated.
and Cthulhu Invades, is he a 2-time Ringo
Yeah.
nominated creator?
I'm going
Of
to
course.
say yes, but only because he's representing where they're at and wearing a Baltimore Orioles hat.
Ooh.
Okay.
I would say too, because I can't be a Ringo nominated proofer unless he's a 2-time Ringo nominated letterer. So if I'm going to be able to say that, yeah, he's got 2 times for sure.
I would agree.
And this
Well,
book, this book would not be as good without Jerome. You do such a fantastic job. It elevates the whole experience. How good of a job the lettering is in this book, because that really makes or breaks. The art can be great, the writing can be great, but if you can't read it and it doesn't flow right, it doesn't look right, it breaks it down more than people realize how important a good letterer is for a book. So yeah, 2-time.
Yeah, and it's not only just the lettering; it's the book design as well. So he spends a ton of time, and we just go through it, and there's just so much thought and heart and everything that goes into it. So, like, as you're looking through the book, he's designed the entire book. Just the way that it presents, and it just really speaks to the dedication of Jerome. It goes beyond the lettering, which is amazing in itself, but. So I just really appreciate all the hard work.
We were just asking that question amongst ourselves, Phil.
Yeah, why does that only happen when you're on video?
I don't know. It's very
Yeah.
funny.
So Phil asked, why does
Me. Only when
the other thing that I think not just not to again boost up Jerome, but it's all of Orange Cone, all of our books. are better because Jerome does what he does. You know, every one of our books has unique style because of Jerome. You know, from Voodoo Nations, the double spread and the skulls and the way we do things to the custom designs of Granite State Punk, and all the stuff we do. Like it's we couldn't do any of that stuff, and nothing is the same. Where when you back a lot of Kickstarter project, it's the same design inside, like same inside cover, same exit. Like all books look the same, which is not the way it is. Everyone has its own theme and feel, and
Very unique.
Jerome's gonna explode. He's taken just this is so much.
This was an extremely good pitch for Jerome not to quit now.
Yes, that's it.
Well, this guy, I think
That's why this was
time
so
on that podcast is done now. I mean, what more can I add to that? I mean,
this is basically I need him to finish Broke Down before he quits.
So close, so close.
yeah,
We'll say
that's the
Jerome
last one.
I think Jerome just did a wonderful job on Rook and Knight, which just wrapped up its Kickstarter on Sunday, and he really helped elevate the already wonderful art that the Bags Brothers did with his lettering.
He's also very handsome.
That is also true.
It's that beard.
Yeah, well, it needs some grooming a little bit, but
That's great.
And he's so like again, we'll get to you, Peter.
So Canadian.
This is so mean to Pete. Yeah.
But
We're talking about Jerome right now.
so when we stayed when he came to MegCon, we did a Granite State Pub. We had the whole crew. Jerome wouldn't let me go to Duncan alone. He woke up every morning with me, which is what I do at my house. Like at the weekends, I get Duncan for my family. Like I go. But Jerome would not let me go alone. So he would wake up every morning and accompany me to get the Duncans, in case I get lost or scared,
No, I mean,
Orlando's a big city.
Well, we never hang out together before, so I mean, you're gonna get every minute of me that you can. I mean,
Oh, you were hanging out with me. Oh, I didn't know that.
That's what he tells you, just so he can keep tabs and make sure you don't wander. It's like a babysitter who you're for a little bit too old of a kid. It's like, it's just a friend to come hang out with you.
exactly.
Heather paid him the whole time. Hey. Travis doesn't pay attention while driving. If you're there, you can pay attention.
Just focus.
He know the car auto goes to Duncan here. It just knows, but in Orlando, who knows?
Who knows?
And Peter, did you work on this book?
I did, but really, I'm here to support Jerome.
Yes, that's what this stream is about. I need to rework the graphics real quick.
So yeah, I worked on Wonderland. Pulled double duty. I wrote the Four of Spades story. That is inside.
Ooh, look at that!
Nice.
Bring out the
It's
spades.
really funny because while I was writing it, I started using this as a bookmark, and I happened to have the book I was reading at the time.
Awesome.
But I did double duty, so I was also one of the proofers on Wonderland as well.
So you're a two-time then, also.
Yes, indeed, yeah. I was
yeah,
a
you got
proofer on Oz, and I, helped create one of the artists that's in all three of the books as well.
Emily.
Yes, Emily.
Like a biological child, for those who are not
Yes.
understanding.
I was about to ask. I was like, is someone going to explain?
Listen, when I see it, she's pretty
Gotcha.
much cloned female me. It's just
Walks in, just big beard, just
I keep telling her
sleeveless
it's
shirt.
gonna come in. Keep telling her it's going to come in any day now. Yeah.
Both have majestic locks, though. I mean, so that's consistent. But so the reason why we want to do this is we were nominated for Ringo, and we just kind of want to celebrate and have a few of us on, kind of talk about it. Two Ringos. I'm sorry, Jerome. Jerome, make it clear that two Ringos. We're nominated for two Ringos, but we're so proud. We're live right now. Cthulhu Invades Neverland. We will be on tons of shows in the next 19 days, kind of talking about that. I think I have a show every day this week, but we really wanted to kind of talk about, say, oh, look at those covers. Look at those beautiful covers. They're nice. Bring them back up.
Oh,
I
you
wanna see them.
want to see this A cover that you can get?
Yeah, that's an A cover. That's $35.
What about the B cover?
Oh, that's $40. That's Angela Arley.
So cute.
That's Heather. because Heather really wanted.
It's
to
so
cover it.
cute. I love it.
Like, I love it.
Yeah,
too.
it's so good. And then here's so epic.
I had to get the hardcover.
Oh, you want to get the hardcover? Oh, look at all these things you could
I already
do.
got it. Already
Look at
ordered it.
this.
Oh, look at all those! Wow, all right.
Look at this.
Those are all the pledge levels that he cut out. There's
There's a few more, but these are the greatest hits.
You can get this book. We really want you to pick it up. We need about 14K. It's not that big of a deal. Right? That's not bad. We are trending to get it there. We know we will fund this book. In my opinion, has some of the best tier talent that we've ever had. We have so many talent that's come over. We couldn't even bring all the people over from Wonderland because we had so many. So it's wild. It's cool. We'll make it up to you, Daniel. We'll get you another run. So I promise. You're in Holiday Spirits this year, though.
Yeah, I do, and I'm back teaming up with Damon again for this one. And
Okay.
Jerome's seen the script and he loves it. I remember giving him two options, and I was thinking, and the first option was we were hesitant about it. As soon as I said the pitch for the second one, it was like 4 words. And he's like, "Go for it."
But yeah, we really wanted to talk about the Ringo Awards. We're up against some really hard competition, and if you are a pro, all of these people here would like you to vote for them, so we can change it from Ringo nominated proofreader Todd to Ringo award winning proofreader
Yeah,
Todd.
let's do it.
And speaking specifically of the burritos, that will make 2 out of 3 of the burritos Ringo award winners, and 1 not so
That is true. That'll do it. And you can do that by going over here to ringoawards.com.
Yeah, I think it's too. I think you just show the top because apparently that part's probably not
There.
a thing. But we
What?
can show
Well,
the top.
ringoawards.com. But then you scroll down here and you can see a little you can highlight a lot of it. Best anthology, just worry about the top one there.
Yeah, but we've got. I mean, there's some good. Lawyer Sight from Mad Cave was a great book. Jonathan Hendricks, our friend's in there. Silver Coin is one of my favorite books
Yeah.
for Image. Voices That Count, IDW. I really don't know anything about it. And Young Men in Love, A Way Blue World. Again, all those are great categories. All of them deserve to be there. But Cthulhu Invades Wonderland is the best book of all time.
So true.
Look at this.
That's me.
Look at this guy over here.
And Jerome,
Just across the street.
Yeah, and right after me there's Todd Klein, so I got a chance.
Right.
No.
Justin Birch was on here last year, so you don't need to vote for him.
Yeah.
Mike is on every other year.
And Mike has been there a long time. And Sanzaki, he just won lettering over at Eisner's, so he doesn't need it twice.
No, exactly.
That's fair. Right.
He's good. Look at
And
it. Right there.
Todd Klein did one a lot of them, so yeah.
Yeah, Todd Klein's won. So Jerome
won.
is the newcomer,
Yeah.
deserves it.
Then we got it.
And from what I understand, if you vote for him, free lettering for life. That's just what I heard.
Oh. Jerome, I have this great pitch for you.
Yeah, you pitch him a story and you're like, what? So go ahead and write it. No, I don't. Write
No.
You write the
Yeah,
letters.
you write the letters.
I verbally tell you, and then you write the letters.
Yeah. I also would recommend Crash and Troy for
My buddy
any-
Karen and Kyler did that book, so
Yeah.
vote for them as well for best humor.
Yeah,
Yes.
Crash and Troy is amazing.
He's been on
Huge
the show.
recommendation. He's been on every show I've done. And he's great. He's fantastic and it's wonderful. And there's some amazing webcomics in here, which I think everybody should just peruse because webcomics doesn't get a good spotlight, and you should just go through them because it's an easy list of being like, oh, here's some stuff I can get into. Laura Olympus is incredible. But anyways.
We went to a small con here in Melbourne, and there was a guy Eisner nominated webtoon. I was like, what?
I know,
It's
yeah.
just sitting there.
He was such a nice guy.
And we had just voted on the Eisners that morning, so we did not get to vote for him, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So we had to apologize. He also did not win, by the way. I just found out.
Yeah, I know. I looked.
Oh, you looked.
Yeah.
But we like him, and we will get him.
Oh.
And he's got a great art style, which is really cool.
Eisner nominated is pretty decent.
Yeah.
It's pretty decent. But yeah, that's kind of what we wanted to do here, kind of celebrate. And I wanted to thank all you guys again. You know, we never. It's so weird to do a podcast after
Right.
the book,
Yeah.
right? You know, but it's such a big deal to us, and we're just so shocked, you know, about it. I remember when I came out to Heather, like she was on the phone for work, I believe, and you were like, "What's wrong?" She like paused and like, "What's wrong?" I was like, "Just hurry." Was that how we're
When
done?
you told me about the nomination.
Yeah, nomination.
Yeah.
Because you could see it on my face, like something had drastically changed. Just tell me.
Expecting the worst.
I'm pretty sure I met my wife on her way into the house. Like, we have a laundry room between our garage and the main house, and I'm pretty sure I was just like standing in the laundry room waiting for her to tell her.
I was at work. I phoned my parents right away, and I had to tell my coworkers.
Nice. You were the first to change your profile. Like, we're like, is this okay? And then you
Like
did
I
it.
was even on the fence. Like, is it Ringo adjacent? Is it Ringo? I wasn't quite sure how to put it. But then you and Brett Fitch were like, just go Ringo nominated. I'm like, okay.
You're part of the book. I mean, that's
It doesn't offend me any.
Yeah, each and every one of us is the reason that it's Ringo nominated.
exactly.
Yeah.
Mostly Jerome.
Obviously.
Jerome, what was it like for you and your wife? Did your wife go, finally a reason to spend 2 a.m. with the Gibbs?
Well, she was at work, so I was alone at home. So I was like, "Hey, who can I tell? No, nobody." But no, she was like, "Okay, so when you're quitting your day job, are you going to be a millionaire now, or how does that work?" So,
Oh, well, thanks.
no, I won't take out of that. No, that's not it. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, cool. What do you want for dinner?
Yeah.
And I know what Phil did. Phil, you quit anthologies from what I understand, right?
I peaked. I'm done with the
Smart.
anthology.
This is what he's been doing. So Phil, if you don't know, has only done anthologies, and now he's going to do his own book because he's just like, I have mastered anthologies.
Amazing.
Time to move on.
That's exactly what happened. I was like, I actually rejected all the other anthologies. Said, no, you can't have me. I'm retired.
Right? All those old ones are only good for smashing bugs.
And I'm excited to be this catalyst to the next level of you. By the way, Phil, I'm not sure if you listened to Comics Tribe's Comics Launch this week. My episode, did you listen
Not
to it?
yet. That's actually on my list for tomorrow morning.
I addressed this oxymoron situation, so you can hear the results of
Ooh.
how this work out
Oh,
there.
I'm going to listen to that.
The first story that was never published.
Yeah, and get this, Todd. We heard this on the
Yeah.
interview last week.
Uh-huh.
Phil and Smokey like doing an oxymoron
Oh.
story.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. But
So, wait, you go first.
no, I was just going to say I remember this and I'm very excited to listen because, you know, I love a little good bit of drama.
Me and my buddy, there was no drama.
No, I will kick it up in the comments then.
Me and my buddy, Ryan Harris, we co-wrote the story, and I pitched it to him. I was like, what if we have Hitler doing the 3 S's? Shit, shower, shave. Right? And he's like, I'm not naming the 3 S's. I was like, fine. But what happened though? So the story, you know, sadly never got published. Don't know what happened. I'm excited. I'm gonna watch listen to the episode tomorrow. But about, I would say 5 years later, Grant Morrison killed Hitler on the toilet. And I was like, God,
I'm still tempted to buy a couple of pages from that story, partly because I want to keep it out of the hands of people who would be.
Yeah.
For example, I know the Hitler double-page death scene from Freedom Fighters, right? For Freedom, it's the.
I know it's Multiversity, could be Freedom Fighters. Not really sure, but I just know.
It was Multiversity with Hitler on the toilet. I was
Yes.
thinking about the one that Eddie Barrows did, and I saw that 2-page panel. Like, maybe I should take it just to keep it out of the hands of a white, potentially a person who would take this for the wrong reason. And I'm like, no, my parents would kill me. Because again, because it's still, that guy. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Sure.
I will say that was very
again,
amusing that first opening page of Multiversity. I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to feel about this. We got, Jewish descendant of Holocaust victims and survivors, and I'm like,
I mean, you could only read so many Grant Morrison before Nazis come in. I mean, that's just kind of
That's just a rule of life right there.
I mean, look at my book, American Dreams. I have basically a proto one of those in as the main villain of the last issue.
I mean, and don't ever read Garth Ennis because you're going to get there way faster.
Oh
than Grant
no,
Morrison.
I don't know. I didn't think that I was just with Garth Ennis, but I'm like, it's like Indiana Jones. As long as a Nazi gets his face punched in, I'm fine.
Yeah,
They're pretty. That's pretty consistent in
Yes.
comics, so you're good. You're good.
they do make good villains. I mean,
Yep.
I don't know why we're talking Nazi talk, but I'll say one more thing.
Good out of context quote for us. We keep saying we're gonna make shorts. That's a good one right there.
I'm setting up a Nazi.
My favorite issue of Captain America is during Acts of Vengeance, where where Red Skull goes to Magneto. Hey, all the villains are teaming up.
Yep.
And Magneto's like, "Cool, I'm gonna throw you in a hole and let you out."
Yeah. Wrong guy to recruit, man.
I will say,
Like you didn't get the message.
one of my favorite moments along those lines is because I do have it in a trade. It's like an opera trade. It's the Captain America Batman crossover where Joker goes, "I've been working with a Nazi the whole time. Stand back, boys. I may be a lunatic, but American lunatic. He's all mine."
I do remember that.
That's
That was
a good
pretty
one.
funny. But all right, back onto Cthulhu Invades Wonderland. Back onto Cthulhu Invades Neverland. So if you back Cthulhu Invades Neverland, you can buy Wonderland. It's
What?
there, which is very cool. So you can get our amazing book.
It's like right in
all of it.
here.
And buy check. How far can you guys grab it? Can everybody grab it? How far is it from everybody? We always keep it very close.
I actually have.
What are you talking about?
I have the
actually have a
creator's
bag.
copy at
You know,
hand.
you
Oh look! All right,
This
Peter's
this
got
guy?
his.
Yeah.
Daniel's going. Everyone's leaving. Oh, we got Jerome right there.
Jerome with the
Okay.
hardcover.
Jerome with the represent the
Show
hardcover.
everybody up.
Is this one?
Oh, you got the Oz in the window. Oh, what happened?
Phil's gonna go crush a bug real quick. Oh,
Yeah.
It's a book.
Got a Wonderland. Oh, we got a Wonderland from Phil. All right,
Look at
cool.
that.
See, everyone, these books are so important. They can be.
Pete
They
and I
stay
are
by you,
twinsies.
That's right. Yeah.
right? They're not far away. So you can grab them at any time.
Yeah.
I just had my chance to have it in here because you sent me the stuff for.
And imagine if you backed it, you could grab it this easily too.
My personal copies follow me around, floating in the air.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. This one is actually the one that follows me around, and you can't even turn around from it because it's on both sides. It's fucking creepy, man.
It's energy. It's in every issue.
We have a 9.9 of that baby.
Ooh, that's just 0.1 below the best one. That's pretty good.
Right. We got that signed, and that's through a third party too.
Oh, nice.
So that's even more.
It's even
impressive
better.
Because, they never want to give that to third
Yeah,
parties.
no, I got a 9.0 for my first ever grade today, and I was
What'd you grade?
Jenny Frazan came by in town recently, and I got her I Hate Fairyland variant signed by her, and she wrote "Fuck Fairyland" on it for me, which was awesome. So I have a CGC. It's a 9.0, but it gets to say "Fuck Jenny Frazan" and "Fuck Fairyland" on the label, and it makes me happy. And I'm never gonna get rid of it, so it doesn't matter really what grade it is. But 9.9, it's nice. Where is it? It's floating right behind Heather, right?
No, we can get it real
I
quick.
don't know where it is.
I can get it. I'll get
You
it.
can get it. Okay, he's gonna go get it.
It's in a vault.
He's gonna go kill some.
It's in a vault. It's in a fire safe retinal scan vault.
Yeah, we're fancy like that.
Yeah. So who's on Neverland here? Okay. Well, I know Phil because I may or may not have just read Phillips.
Did you like
It's
it?
weird. since he's all done with anthologies, it's crazy. It all said redacted on it.
Right, yeah. All of it was just like
It's all blacked out, and I was like, I don't know how to proof this.
Sharpie.
Yeah, I recommend letters. Hey, look at that.
There.
Can you make me big?
Can I? Can I? Look at that.
It's back.
Look at that.
Look at that. It's double signed in gold.
Double signed.
Nice.
Which, by the way, here's why I love my wife.
This is the reason.
Well, many
This
reasons.
one.
But when I was signing it, she was just like, "Should you really sign it? You didn't really write anything in this."
I don't remember that.
You absolutely did, and I was just like, "Yeah, but I created the universe, like, kind of." I
It's all right.
Yeah.
it's just F and
Okay.
just go, okay. But she had a point because I did not technically write anything in that. So,
Your name's inside.
and my name is inside,
Yeah.
and it is dedicated to our daughter.
So you had her sign it too, right?
You should have signed
She
it
has
then.
signed it. Yeah, she has
Not
signed it.
this one.
Not this,
but
but she has.
yes, at cons. It's
She
cute.
loves it. She loves it. And people love it too. People tend to
Yeah, it's
really,
cute.
really dig her writing in the little squares.
Yeah, look at this. I see her name in here. And that seems like a good
But there's
reason
no
to sign it.
Is my name in there?
I don't know. I block your name out when I read it.
Right, that makes
Yeah. I see 2 Gibbs.
Okay. Is it Remy?
Yes.
Yeah.
I scratch out everything that I have with yours and just put Remy in. I proof my personal copies.
But yeah, that's kind of what we wanted to talk about today. It's a short one. We don't have to keep anybody that much longer, but we wanted to just kind of celebrate the Ringo Award and let people know. If anybody has anything they want to say personally about the book and the experience, we'd love that'd be a good time to talk about it now. We are so passionate about this book. This book is really a labor of love. My wife likes to point out how many things were going on while we were making this book. We had my wife was in a car accident, and were forced to move. It's not forced to move. Our lease ran out, and they decided not to renew. And because it was a good time to sell, and we had COVID. It was crazy.
Our dog passed away. Like I joke now, but it was like we were in the middle of a country song. Dog died. We lost our house. We lost our car. But we really actually did. But we couldn't be here without everybody, like Peter said, and just to mirror that, all the stories are so good. Everybody's so helpful and passionate, and ultimately we put the book together, and a lot of work goes into it, but we couldn't do it without everybody's support and contributions. So we really do appreciate it and helping us get to this point, and kind of a level up, I guess, for Orange Cone too. We started a little publishing company, and it started with just one single issue of Broke Down and 4 Dead Bodies, and Jerome jumped on board and 5 years ago, and we're here now with a lot of hard work, and so thanks to all of you guys that contributed to that. We really appreciate it.
Duh. That's nice.
Yeah, thank you for having us. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's been a genuine pleasure. One of the things I love about this is, that we sort of have these kind of like private areas where all the creators share what they're doing while they're working on it. And that's always like one of the greatest things about these projects, being able to see it kind of just from inception all the way through, and everybody's proud, nobody's really competing against each other. Just a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And sorry, you first.
Telling the story was helpful for me. At the time, I think it was my second year, maybe my first year. When did we start writing the story? Was it 2020 or 2021?
I think 2021.
So
we did Oz. Well, Oz ended in 2020. So
Yes, 2020, yeah.
Yeah.
So at that point, I stayed remote, and it was hard to balance the work life. So, I was able to really write about my feelings about not being able to hang out with my son and having to write. Having to work. So I was able to write that into a story.
That's cool.
yeah, it's a labor of love, and we're so happy, and it takes a lot to do these. 30K sounds like a lot of money, but it really takes that to make this book and do it properly. To make sure everybody's paid, and make sure that we can order enough copies. And then people order copies all the time. Daniel just ordered a whole bunch of copies for Baltimore. Peter's always messaging me for copies. Jerome wants boxes of comps all the time.
Boxes of comps.
Right. He needs
Boxes.
boxes. He's like, how much does a box come? How much does it cost to send a box to America? To get it out? I'm like, about $100. I want two.
Double
Yeah.
it.
I got a tote bag filled with them ready to go for September. Already
Amazing.
ready to go. And when I was at Buffalo, New York City Comic Con, it was probably one of my best selling items. I only bought like 4 or 5 of each version, most of them. And someone actually stole a copy, so I'm like,
Now you really got something.
I know.
It's like that for me too, which is what I point out, like how well these books, are received, in the fact that just about every show that me and my daughter ever do, Travis is at, because we typically do stuff that's very local to us, and I'm still having to order from him. I'm still selling out.
That's
really
awesome.
great stuff.
Yeah, and it's funny because we have a lot of creators in Florida, right? So we live in Central Florida, and it's like people sell it at their tables at cons, and I don't really look at it as competition as much as it's really cool opportunity for people to gather signatures,
Mhm.
So I'm all about collecting. I collect a lot of junk, as you can see. But it's really cool to me, because the signature pages in the back of the
Mhm.
book, to get all the creators. And even Jerome knows, like at MegaCon, he came and I'm like, okay, we've got to collect all of our signatures. Here's all the people that are here, and you just like send people around to get the signatures from the different tables of friends that we have that have created it, that are here. So
Yeah.
Daniel, I'll be bringing this to Baltimore, my creator copy for you to sign. I've already got it all worked out.
And people love that feature. I mean, even if when I'm selling those in Montreal, even there's so few creators that are up here with me, they do love to see that feature. They really think that it's a great idea for everybody in the US who does a lot more cons, because there's not a lot of books where you have those things.
Russell, I was recently privately talking to Russell on a screen, because we stole that idea from Russell. Russell does that in the front of his book. I was like, that's a good idea. I'm taking that. He goes, much like the Cthulhu, because he's publicly said on a lot of chats that Cthulhu Invades is a better idea, and he wished he thought of it first. He said, and then you steal my signature pad, he goes, and also make that better. Because he's like, it's way better in the back of the book than in the front. I was like, right? Yeah.
Because it's like the yearbook. You don't sign in the front of the yearbook. You sign in the back of the yearbook.
Yeah.
And you don't want to go through 4 pages to start reading the book.
Yeah, that's one of the things that we do. On the Cthulhu Invades Neverland. If you want to back it, you can buy signatures, and when you do it, we gather 5 or more, which is normally about 10 or 12 people, and we gather them and we hand out comps to creators, and we sign at a private location. We signed at Kingdom Comics for a couple of years. We're looking at, and this is only relevant to Peter, Broken Barrel, the back room in Broken Barrel this year.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Rock on. I was wondering. Yeah.
Yeah, we think that would be a good location. That's where we're going to try.
Yeah, that'll do
But we
great.
try to gather, and we love doing it because it's kind of our celebration. This book is so important to us and stuff, and we love getting the feedback from the creators and the people who've been part of it, going, "Wow, without this book, I wouldn't have been able to make Table." Like that means the world to us, because that's one of the reasons why we created it. If we're going to be like honest, I had broke down. I had a couple of single issues. I needed a trade, because we kept going to these cons and we kept going, hey, we only lost $100 this time instead of $400 like last con. And we just needed to do that. And the fastest way to do that is trades, because trades sell for $20 a piece. The profit margin is a lot better. Ours sell a little bit more because of all the creators and all the other stuff, but it allows us to be able to make Table and allows others to make Table, which means the world to us, that other people can help level up their career.
For those who are watching this that aren't creators, making Table means covering the cost of being at the con, and not an insider term.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, don't lose money being there, which is huge. Like, if you're going to be out there and all that. But I think what's really important right now is that we bring in a calming voice, somebody who can really keep things centered and really like punch the end of this episode into like a serious, just well thought, sentimental voice. And here's Chuck.
Fuck yeah, let's go calm. I'm for that. Let's do it.
There it is. Hi, Chuck.
I can read the room. What's going on, everybody?
How are you?
I'm good. Sorry about that, gang. I ended up doing a DoorDash and went later than I'd hoped.
Chuck, I haven't seen you in ages.
It's been a while, yeah. Dude, yeah. But I'm glad to be seen.
That's nice.
And now Ringo nominated,
Oh, yeah, I did the intro wrong. Ringo
No.
nominated Chuck.
right?
It's so awesome, dude. I'm so happy for everybody. You know, it's like when I talk about badges, I tell people all the time, like, when you're in this business, you're always aiming for that next bar. And
You're trying to
being
level
able-
up?
Yeah, exactly. You know something about that, right? And so, who doesn't have a podcast now? So, yeah, right? Hey, dude, I've had
Oh.
several over my time.
That,
So, yeah, no.
that thing's so defective. It happens all the time.
So, yeah, being able to now say Ringo nominated, like someone had said, like, how much, like, how important is it to you to win? And I was like, actually, I really would like to, but the important thing already happened. The nomination is there. You get to use those 5 letters in front of your name, and that's huge. So even just being able to say Ringo nominated writer, oh my gosh, it's fantastic. So what these books have done for all of us is huge.
Well, I think you got a couple of credits in there, right? You got it.
He's a double upper.
Yeah, I got 2 writers, and I have I think I might have some editing or something.
You got proofer in this one.
Proofer.
That's
Yeah,
it,
proofer and
yeah.
writer. He's just trying to one up me.
I just want to level up over Todd. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's such a large book. It really did require that many proofers, though. And anybody
There's a lot
Yeah.
of
hasn't heard
stories.
about it. It is a thick book.
Yeah, what is there, 5 of us on there? It's
Yeah.
us 3, Wendy,
Katrina.
and
Yeah.
Katrina. Yep. Yeah, there's 5 of us.
Well, and we've already started proofing on the next on Neverland. Like I know I did my story, and I think Pete, you did yours too, right?
Yep. Indeed. Yep. And then I've already started up on proofing for that as well.
Nice.
I've done a couple. One was easier than the other. Just gonna let Phil stew.
It's just really, I did my Marvel style, and I still have to turn a script. So
This is what the story's gonna be. It's fine.
mine's done, but it's not done. You know.
Sure.
That's when I roll up the sleeves.
I do want to say this to Phil too before Heather leaves. Is we are trying to get so Phil is the person who runs our contest every week. So the one page contest. We have talked, had several different ideas of one pages. We'll figure it out. We're still working on it, and we'll do it. And I know Todd, Nick really wants a one page story too. He's very sad that he hasn't got one, and we just don't.
Oh, for Neverland?
Yeah. We just don't have an idea because the plot for this one is very thick, so it makes it a little harder.
Nice. Yeah.
Children.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're the one that said thick.
So it's funny because he's making fun of children, and I'm looking down, going, "Is it butte horn or is it butt horn?" So, like, you know, I mean,
Beautiful.
You close. You know, I one time ordered food for delivery, and the guy just kept saying my last name wrong. I was like, "Dude, make it whatever you want." And when it arrived at my house, yeah, he literally was like, "Beautiful," like 4. I was like, "Oh." After a certain amount of times, I just get annoyed.
It's like,
But it came to my house as Philip Butt Horse.
That's amazing.
I was like, I deserve this.
If you ever need a pen name, that's pretty great. P Butt Horse. Pretty good.
I mean, I'm Pino, so I'm allowed to make fun because trust me, I've heard it.
Yeah,
It's,
it's
Oh,
That's
Chuck
Ringo
Panu.
nominated.
I've already told my son. My son's 5. I've already been like, listen, you go through school. People gonna make fun of your name. Just get used to it now, kid.
I wanted to call my kids Hala and Philip just so that they knew they would be made fun of anyways. Jalapeno and Filipino would have been awesome.
That's
My
pretty
wife is
great.
no. I know, right? Not even middle names.
That's pretty good.
Sorry, but back to Neverland. My apologies.
You can always adopt. You can always adopt Philip. You know, it would
That's
work.
true.
In a heartbeat.
It's never too late.
If you want to trade names for a day, I'll be Chuck Butthorn, and you could be Filipino. It would be great. I would own.
You can be
Butthorn.
Filipino. You
Yeah.
too can be Filipino.
I feel that you guys should miss this in proofing when we're doing the books together.
Yes.
Oops.
If you guys co-write something, it could be pretty good.
Ooh, I like that.
That's the one right
That
there.
will be our writer's name.
Yep.
It's a co-write, and that'll be it.
Yeah.
Well, and
Co-written
you know
by,
what?
and it says one name.
Chuck Butthole.
Well, but you know what?
Oh,
And
Chuck
even-
Bohol.
Because it happens, diversity is very important. So if anyone's ever like, man, your book's too white, just be like, nah, man, we got a Filipino. We're good.
We have Filipino on it.
We got a
It's like,
Filipino.
wow.
We're good.
Not sure that's how that works.
You live in Canada. What do you know?
I mean, a white guy named Filipino in Texas, that's pretty diverse. That's diversity.
That's
That's very
diversity.
Sam.
So
Yeah, I apologize.
exactly what I thought it would be.
Right? My calming aspect didn't help. Is that what you're saying?
No, I don't. No, I think it was great. Does anybody else have parting words about their experience or how it's impacted them? It has been a good amount of time, and I'll say it's just really fun to be a part of the process. I just realized I'm asking the question. I'm like, oh, I'll say my part. It's been really fun to be a part of the process, and I really enjoy getting to see a sneak peek in the early stages. It's allowed me to then work with Jerome on Holiday Spirits, which has been amazing. I love getting to be in there and help out, and I don't see a little bit of that side because I've been reading comics since I was 8. And I am never far away from a copy of Cthulhu and something else I'm reading. You always have to have those two. You got to have Cthulhu near you and then something else you're reading. And it's just been really fun. I really appreciate the Gibbses for, I'm pretty sure it was a late night burrito. And I was just like, I'd be interested in like spell checking for people. That would be fun. And Travis was like, sure. Wonderland's happening, and I guess he assumed I could do it, which was fun, and I've realized I really enjoy it, and if I didn't also enjoy 12,000 other things, I might try to go further with it, but I really like doing it, and I like being a part of the process, and working with these really awesome people. Like, it's really cool, and I don't know. I'm antisocial, so this is a fun way to be a part of something.
Do you proofread your books that you get for previews for reviews?
Oh my God, so many. It's hilarious. Because I'm just always going through, I'm like, well, that sucks. Like, well, that's just probably going to be there. But no, I do, and it's fun. But yeah, you guys are awesome, and you make good stuff. And it's a joy to be at the near the end zone to get to see what's coming through the pipeline. That's a mix of metaphors, but you know, I'm not a writer, I'm a proofer. So it doesn't matter.
I think everyone else has covered what I would say.
Yeah, I mean, no, it's really a fun book to work on. I mean, I do enjoy getting to I have private access to everyone's story. So besides Travis and Heather, probably the next person who sees that first. So it's really cool to bring that book to life in a sort of way. So really enjoy it. It's Chuck.
Chuck talking.
I like this whispering Chuck. It is the calming, creepy feeling that we're looking for.
Yeah, oh yeah.
guys
And
not hear me?
the laugh with no volume. The muted laugh.
Were you guys unable to hear
Oh,
me?
now we can hear you.
Oh, okay.
Have you
Oh,
been
that's funny.
talking?
Yeah, I was, yeah, a bunch. Actually, I have nice things to say
Amazing.
about you
Oh
you're
no,
welcome
we missed it.
for everything I said.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Sweet.
Well, one thing I was saying is that I love your story as far as like getting into this and everything, because like 2 years ago you were doing burrito and you were happy
Yeah.
talking about other people's stuff and interviewing and everybody, and now you're
That's
like
great.
Ringo nominated. Like that's such a cool
What a story.
It's cool, man. I think it's awesome.
No, it is
You-
really cool.
You can't write that.
Yeah, I went from doing nothing to do with comics except for reading it, and now I'm helping proof, Ringo nominated, and working at a comic book shop, which is cool.
Oh,
I
cool.
went from like very on the outsides, super consumer, and now I'm like in the mix and things, and it's really cool.
They're making logos.
And making logos. That's right. That's also happened. I also did the logo for a book called Canceled and Canceled 2, which is coming out soon. I think. Yeah, I saw I don't know. I just
there's
do
a
it.
preview page up for
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, thanks. I did it so long ago that it's just like, oh yeah, I think it's finally happening. But yeah, no, it's really cool. It's neat. It's weird.
You know, I gotta thank the Orange Cone Productions over here for trusting me. I've been in 4 of their books so far,
It's
and
awesome.
it's been fun. So thank you.
4. That
Yeah.
they're the best. Our editors. No, I actually, I'm so grateful for each of you guys. As you know, we made Cthulhu Invades to be with our friends, and then we made Wonderland to have more friends, and then we did Neverland to have more friends. And Holiday Spirit, Jerome was like, "Hey, I have some friends too. Can they come?" I was like, "Sure, they can come too." Look at the amount of friends we got, and now people like send us submissions, and we have to there was actually a point last year, it didn't happen, but we actually considered taking on a book that wasn't, that didn't have Jerome or a G in the name. Has to have a G.
It's got to have a G.
Sutton or
Damn it.
Yeah, he submitted their book to us, and it was really, really cool. And we're like, why? We're just like us.
Why?
So I guess we're a publishing company now.
And we really thought about it. At the
It
end
was
of the
cool
day,
though. It was a cool
very
story,
close.
but we just had too much going on. Last year. Well, we're always busy. Even next year, is already planned out. Travis has this whole board on the wall, and it's stressful to look at. But
Yeah, super stressful.
it's a blessing too. So, yeah.
Jerome's a huge fan. When I tell him how many
Of the
books are
whiteboard?
here, and he's like, "I didn't know about 2 of those." It's always like he didn't know.
No, and most of the time you just send me the picture of the board without saying nothing.
Ominous.
So I need to go to zoom in on the picture and try to decipher everything. So okay, that's a workload. Okay, cool.
Jerome's like,
This is what your next year looks like.
Okay.
Now you can just start captioning it, Travis, of just like, this is a warning, and then just send it.
Well, and if anybody can help, we have one need for. One is we need to put ourselves on Amazon because we haven't done that, and number 2 is more money. So if anybody can help with that, that would be great.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
my favorite.
if any just, any angel investors out there watching, that'd be great.
But you can invest at just as low as $12 right now to Cthulhu
true.
Invades Neverland, which will really help us all move our careers forward.
At just the $12 limit,
Right? $12 is will get you a digital copy of Cthulhu Invades Neverland. In fact, I think it's $30. You can get all three. You can get Wonderland, Neverland, and
It's 29. It's
29.
oh, it's 30. No, for the trilogy. Sorry, that's on me. It's 30.
29.
What a deal!
Oh, wait, these are steals.
It's a steal at any price.
Right. With that, thank you guys for hanging out tonight. You have leveled up.
With that,
Please go to your local Kickstarter platform, CthulhuInvades.com.
go to your local library, log into Kickstarter.com.
Right. A donation, cash donation. Get your book today, because the minute we get those stretch goals, there'll be stretchy things that we'll add.
Is there a tote bag reward?
I don't say this on CBS Newsweek.
It feels like it's. I'm listening to NPR on the week where I only listen to half of the show.
It's like when PBS does like their big stuff because it's pleasant.
Yeah.
Like fast forward.
Without you, programs like this wouldn't exist.
Yes.
Where's my football phone?
And you can find that link to the Kickstarter in the description. Go back it. It's gonna fun. It's gonna be awesome. I can vouch for one of the 2 books that I proofed. Just kidding.
I love this one.
Yeah.
I wish that they were labeled so people could go to Todd.
Yeah. Which ones did he proof? Which one's the problem?
And then sometimes we double proof. We've double proofed before, right? Did that happen, or am I just making shit up?
No, I just go over them after.
I say Heather goes back. I hope someone better be reading what I'm doing afterwards.
Stories in order, obviously, and
Yeah.
yeah. But no, then the whole thing is a whole process.
It's like, I've been assuming I'm working with a safety net. So that's good. But yeah.
Show support.
Thanks, everybody.
Vote for us for Ringo Awards. So you got 2
Yes, do that.
Awards.com. Vote for Cthulhu Invades Wonderland. Vote for Jerome for Best Letterer. Vote for Jared. He does cool book.
Mm-hmm.
Vote for Indy. Stick it to Indy.
Yeah. Yep. Vote for the orange cone stuff, and then vote for indies outside of that. Yeah.
Keep it Indy. Keep it. Show them their place. Image and Marvel. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Indies take it over.
Yeah.
Cthulhu Invades and Jerome.
The Eisners, they'll take care of you guys.
Right, the Eisners will take care of you.
Yeah.
Not many of us made that list, did we?
That's the next bar.
But thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you all for watching. Go do those things that Travis demanded. They're but nicely. And thanks for hyping up with us, everybody.
Yeah.
Bye.
Night.
Do that outro.
Bye.